Hey, beautiful Sagittarius. It is CJ here. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back. I hope you're doing really well, Saggy, and that life is treating you kindly. A daily read for you. I'm doing it for the 19th of January, which is a Friday. But as I always say, it's timeless. So whenever you come to this reading, there might be something very specific in it for you. Thank you, Saggy, for all of your beautiful love, your kindness, your support. You mean the world to me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you like a private reading, Sag, all that information is down below, of course. And we're just going to get right into this reading. Sag, I was meditating on your energy, as I always do, and then I prep all the decks. I'll keep this pretty short. It was interesting because lately, as I've been doing readings for you, the number 4 and the number 7 has been showing up. Again, today, I mean, 4s, I didn't see the 7, but 4s were showing up left, right, and center. 4s for me mean solid foundation, right? Something that you can really, if you think about even a house, right? The solid foundation that it's built on, so that it is meant to last a long time. So there's this message coming through again and again and again lately about, I don't know if it's that you're seeking that solid foundation. I don't know if it's Spirit's way of coming through saying you're on the path to getting that. Obviously, patience are important for all of us when we're needing to kind of get into that nice grounded energy. I'm not sure, but I have to share that with you. Now, when I was meditating, had my eyes closed, the only thing that I received from Spirit, and I shouldn't say only thing because it may mean something very, very big for one of you guys. It is a general, so it might not resonate with everyone, right? So let's keep that in mind, not a one-to-one personal reading. I seen a toolbox. Okay, so I can do a few things with a toolbox, a hammer, a screwdriver and stuff, but it was a toolbox and it was red. What I'm taking away from that is that either around whenever you come to this reading, you are doing renovations in your home where you live, you're fixing things up, I don't know, but definitely that could be a very legit thing. But also thinking about a toolbox, we can look at a toolbox, even if it's metaphorically, even if it's spiritual, right? Even if it's emotional or mental toolbox, of having things in this toolbox that are there to help us. Again, so like, I don't know what it's exactly meaning, but I got to share it with you because when I get that, I have to give it to you. The only other thing I seen as well was two sharp, I say sharp because it was like little lines, a bright yellow, white light, like two streaks, boom, just like that. Again, I don't know what that is. My guides didn't give it to me, as sometimes they don't, right? Sometimes they don't. I am not the one giving you these messages. I'm just the person receiving it and it's coming out of my mouth. So, might mean something to you. Now, side note here, just came into me. If you are doing anything with a toolbox, with electricity, please be careful, okay? Just, I'm not saying anything's gonna happen, but maybe that's what those two bright lights were for me. Maybe that's Spirit's way of just saying, be very extra careful. Make sure you shut your breaker off. However that is, I'm not an electrician at all. So please just take that with heed. But also it might just be Spirit's way of, maybe you're fixing something in your house and maybe you're changing a light bulb. I don't know. Okay. But that's the energy I was getting. All right, Sag. So Friday, January 19th, 2024. Tomorrow is the 20th of January. This is a big deal. I'm going to try and do a reading on that because I do want to see how Pluto is going to affect you. I'm the first one to admit that I am not up on astrology. I don't know where the planets are at this given moment. But I do know that Pluto is going to be entering Aquarius. I think it's going to go back out to somewhere along the line in the next 4 or 5 months. But then I think in September, it's here to stay for 20 years. So that's a big deal, right? Now, the only thing I really do understand about this is that, Aquarius is that sign. Some of you might even have placements in Aquarius. It's that sign kind of walking a different beat than the majority. This is a time, I think, for all of us collectively where we're going to see a big shift start to happen. Already has been starting to happen as a collective moving forward, meaning I think we're all going to kind of start standing up a little bit more for ourselves, for our community. I think we're coming together in a different way. Pluto represents death, destruction, rebirth. That kind of stuff, right? Scorpio, right? So I would like to try and do a reading on that, but if I end up not doing that, keep it in mind. Maybe do some research if you have some time over this weekend and you're interested in how it is going to change your perspective, your life as you're going forward, because 20 years, man, that's a long time. All right, Sag, that's enough of my babbling. We're going to open up with getting a card out of my Secret Language of Color. This is a deck that if you so choose to use, you don't have to have this deck, but it's about colors and the vibration and how vibrational, how the vibration in colors can actually help us heal, can help us release. It can help us do multiple things. So let's get started with that. All of a sudden my mouth's dry. Give me a sec. I'm going to have a sip of water quickly. All right. And let's get into this reading and see what it is going to be for you. All right, Spirit, thank you so much for guiding me in this reading for Sagittarius, our gorgeous fire sign. For those, this is their reading. What is the message you have? Okay, Sag, on the bottom we have blue. Beautiful card. Really looks kind of like the stars or something that you'd see if you were in a rocket, really. This card represents activate your healing power, number 37. So that is a 10. That reduces down to a 1, which is a magician. So right away, Spirit is saying that you have a lot of ability to draw towards you of what you're wanting. Specifically the healing part. Now, this could be physical. Maybe some of you have been feeling under the weather. Maybe you've been struggling with something. Spirit is saying, and if that's the case, Sag, get something that is blue. I mean, you know, there's many different colors of blue, but they're not, this isn't specific. This is more of what color of blue do you love, and focus on it. Even have it placed by your bed at night. Have a blue candle even near you. If this makes sense to you, it will help draw out the healing power for yourself. So again, activate your healing power. Followed by create a balanced life, which is violet. Did I tell you the number? Yes, I did. 45, that's a 9. It almost feels here, this is violet. It almost feels at this moment, Sag, and it's interesting, they're giving me a lot of information. Spirit, can we slow it down a little bit here? Thank you. Violet is all about creating a balanced life. Now, it is number 9, as I said, 45, but it is a 9. 9s for me are about coming to a conclusion, coming to an end, coming to the end of a cycle and about to go embark on a new one, right? So perhaps that toolbox is suggesting here for some of you that you already have everything that you need in that box to bring about what you are wanting in your life, and healing, and then allowing life to balance out, you know, to come into alignment. All right, Sag, so let's see what's going to come out. They didn't want me to go any further, so we're going to just start shuffling. All right, Spirit, what is a message that you have for Sagittarius for whenever they come to this message, but specifically, I was going to say for Friday? White, lighten up. This showed up when I was shuffling this deck off camera when I was prepping it. So white, lighten up, number 24. Beautiful color. It almost reminds me of a feather. It almost looks like that, you know, that little bit of the feather here. White. Well, okay, this is kind of going even with what I was seeing, but it was a little bit more golden white. Spirit is saying it's time to relax. It's time to try not to take things so seriously. It's number 20, or it's 24, so that is a 6. 6s for me are about bringing balance into your life, Sag. I want to see what's on the bottom, but I really got to get this message out here. Bringing balance into your life, what you're putting out there, you start to receive. So, you know, if you've been really focusing on the positive stuff and you've really not gotten off course that way, you're going to start receiving it. It is just the law of attraction, truly. The other thing with white, this lightening up, it may be saying here, Spirit saying, is like, I know that many of us are going through hard times. I know that many of us have gone through hard times. There's struggles, there's heartache, there's pain, there's all of that. We all go through it on some degree. If we can kind of turn our, how can I put this, Spirit? If we can kind of turn our energy, because we are powerful, Sag, we are energy. And in that energy, the strength and the ability, with our mind and with our heart and with our intuition, our soul is already there. That source part of us, God part, whatever you believe. If we can look at that, like the lighter part of life, the lighter stuff, the stuff that makes you smile, the thoughts that bring joy or peace into your life, and not put so much focus on, you know, the things that aren't working out and the things that we're wanting but that haven't come yet. If we can focus on that uplifting feeling, that is where really everything starts to shift in your life. I guarantee it. But it does take practice, and it does take great strength of the mind, because our mind, as lovely and beautiful and necessary as it is, our mind can also be our opponent, you know? And it happens to me too. And it's a work in progress of trying to remember that if I'm focusing on the things that I'm worried about, and I'm focusing and almost like a rat race going on in my head of, oh my God, what if this happens? And then what if that happens? And then what if this happens? And just think of that web that we're spinning, right? It has no other possibility other than to come to us. So this lightening up is really that sign from Spirit to say, relax, take a breath. Everything always works out for you. And if you look back in your life, look to something that was magical that happened to you. Right now they're giving me to share the what happened for me when I got my dog, right? My love, Luna. Hope this isn't boring. If it is, fast forward for those of you that aren't interested. I had a dog prior to that. She was 16 when she crossed over. I was with her. She crossed over right in our living room. It was a magical experience. I miss her all the time. I was not ready to get another dog. I didn't think I would ever, because of the heartbreak and, the mourning, right? And this is going back quite a few years ago. I've grown myself. And then we kind of started, myself and my family, we kind of started like looking at like adoption sites, looking at, foster places, but I wasn't quite ready. One random day, there was a dog outside our house. And one of my family members came in and said, there's this dog. And this dog came straight into our house, acted as if it had been in my home before. It hadn't. Anyways, needless to say, we found the owner. Everything was good. But that dog coming into my home reminded me of how empty part of my home was without my dog lady, right? So anyways, move on. Random, just kind of forgot about it all. Months later, this is years after my first love passed away. Months later, I wasn't even thinking about it, and one of my family members happened to look through an ad, and there was this litter of puppies, and obviously they needed to have homes. And I was so hesitant, and this was like on a Friday night, and we had to go Saturday morning. It happened that fast. And so I kind of agreed, like, okay, we'll go see. And it was like, and the whole time I was there, I was having the human experience of like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm ready for this. I don't know if I can deal with it. I just, all that fear shit came in. But then when we got there, there was a whole bunch of these beautiful little puppies, but there was one that was in this picture that just struck us all a little bit different. There was just this connection through the picture. When we got there, it was out in the middle of nowhere. This same dog that we all had kind of felt this connection to without knowing was sitting on the side of the road waiting for us. No kidding, just sitting there. All the other pups were running around and all that. So, needless to say, we got this beautiful girl, and now she's into my life. And I have to say, I'm sharing this with you because that was a perfect time where and it wasn't easy. She was a pup. We had to go work through it all and, get to know each other and stuff. But my goodness, I wouldn't trade it for the sleepless nights and all that stuff. I wouldn't trade it for nothing, because she's magic. She's love. She reminds me when I look at her as if she's part of Source, God, the divine. Do you see what I'm saying? The magic, right? That there's good things that have happened to all of us, but we got to remember that. And I feel like the more that we appreciate those things and the more that we can step back and go, wow, that was really divine intervention there, the more you receive of that. Okay, I know that was a long spiel, but it was meant to come out for some reason, Sag. So Spirit is saying, lighten up, right? Just take a breath. Life can be up and down. Remember, we're on this rock floating through the galaxy, and things will work out. Okay, Sag, that was a long spiel. Now, what is on the bottom? We have silver. 27, that is a 9. Be persistent. All right, beautiful. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So silver, be persistent on lightening up. Be persistent on seeing the glass half full, not half empty. Be persistent on having those good thoughts. Anything that comes up, you have the toolbox to deal with it. They just gave me that, all right? And Sag, I got to just go one more here, because the next card that comes up, this is also such divine energy coming in. We have Pearl, which is connect to the divine. So that's kind of foggy, isn't it? No, there we go. That's actually the card. So, connect to the divine, number 25, that is a 7. Contemplation and also blessings and luck. All right, wow, quite the reading here. I'm gonna get my water again. Obviously, my readings are not for everyone because we are a family, we are friends, we have these conversations, and I hope that message that I gave you, that I experienced, I hope that brought a little bit of happiness to you, or some reminders of past events that have been magic for you. Okay, so let's get into, where do you want me to go, Spirit? I'm actually kind of like, whoa, what's going on? I feel like we're going to go into the Wisdom Oracle. Yes. All right, let's do that. All right, Spirit, what do we have on the bottom? We have fork in the road. Number 13, that's a 4, so we have the 4 again. Wow, okay, oh my goodness. So Sag, coming up on Friday, whenever you come to this reading, there may be a decision you need to make, right? But again, decision doesn't have to be scary. This could be very, very exciting, right? Kind of like the decision that I said about, like, oh, I'm not sure about getting another job. I'm not sure I can do this. And then seeing this sweet girl sitting on the side of the road waiting for us to pull up. It was just divine intervention. Fork in the road, so something coming, but something that feels like it will bring that stability in. Not only is that 13, which adds up to 4, Sag, we also have higher power next, number 4. Okay, so this is Spirit's way of coming through, saying trust. Trust in the higher power. No matter how bleak, no matter how dark it may feel right now, if that is what you're going through, trust, please trust. Trust, trust, trust. We all have to go through difficult times here. I don't know why, but we do, for the necessity of growing, expanding, right? And learning. So, higher power. Milk and honey next, 51. That's a 6. Just like white, lighten up. Sag, milk and honey is the energy of beautiful things coming your way. Luxury, abundance, love, joy, playfulness. We have an elephant. I'll show it to you in a moment. We have an elephant that looks like a baby elephant in this big bowl that has milk and honey in it. And this elephant is frolicking in this joy, right? In this bath. There's a rainbow behind it. It's representing joyfulness, happiness. Oh my God, the cards just keep coming. You know, the happiness, the lightening up. Lightening up, and remember not to take life so seriously. Otherwise, what's the end? What's the point? At the end of the day, at the end of when we get to our life, if it has just been, you know, working and focusing on all the difficult stuff, and trust me, Sag, I've gone through my fair share of painful, hard shit in this life. And it's not easy to always pick up, and it's not always easy to look at the positivity. But if you can get there, it shifts everything. So milk and honey and Sag is even followed by blessed, and that is number 22. So 4. So we, out of these 4 cards, we've got 3 cards that add up to 4. Add 4 plus 4 plus 4, that is 12. That is a 3. Again, bringing you back into that alignment of your mind, your heart, you know, your body, your soul, all coming into alignment. You are blessed, and you will continue to be blessed as long as you can trust that everything is divinely orchestrated for you and it's happening for yourself. Listen to your inner guidance system. That will never let you down. Interesting enough, I feel like we, this is probably going to be a long reading. I feel like we had this, oh, okay. That's wild. I feel like we had this recently, to the sea. So I don't know, this could be a connection from some other reading that I've done. But what's funny, Sag, and we're going to get into this, but what's funny here, the next card is serendipity. That is 18, which is a 9. This is, you know, the positive, the luck, it's not really luck, but it's when everything lines up for you. But what was in between to the sea was chaos and conflict. So but that flipped out and it flipped over, right? So interesting enough, this is a message that's coming through Spirit of, like, the more you have faith, the more that you appreciate, the more that you, even the tiniest little things, the more that you can do that on a daily basis, and really start to kind of get into that, the more you will have to be blessed about, the more that you will have to be thankful about. Okay, all right, Spirit, that was a long one. Let's get into this. Show me what you have for Sagittarius. For those that this is their reading, what is the message that you have? What is the message? You know, and silver is, to my knowledge, is one of the very strongest metals, right? Like, it's stronger than gold. So, again, this is about being persistent to not give up on your dreams. Sag, the card that came out is time to go. 45, another 9. So now we got 4s and 9s showing up here. Time to go. Now, some of you, this might be you're packing up and moving. Maybe you're doing renovating where you live and you're selling it, or you're moving to somewhere else. Got to tell you, because that is time to go. It's someone moving. But even on just the spiritual level here, this is, again, it's time to let go. It's time to move forward. It's time to be in the present, not in the past anymore. We don't have power in our past. We have power only in our present. Not even so much in the future, but at the same time, in the present, if you focus about what you're calling in, that does shift and has influence on what's coming to you in the future. So time to go. Where are you going? I don't know, but it feels quite magical. There's a door at the very back, and she looks quite happy running along this beautiful bridge with stars all over it. So time to go. Followed with, on the bottom, the hangman. Or no, why did they say the hangman? Don't know. It's yang, okay? So this is the masculine side. Number 1, again, the magician energy. There's action to be taken here. And again, this doesn't have to be physical. When we think about yin, it is the feminine side. That is about receiving, in this deck specifically. When we think about yang, this is about you have all the power in your hands. Again, doesn't have to be physically, mentally. You have, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you have all it takes to bring towards you what you're wanting. Again, okay? And there's stars in both of these cards. The fates are next. So, I mean, there's a strong message from Spirit coming through here that, what is it? Okay. That the strong message is that there's a lot of energy coming into this reading saying you got to just trust and believe and be appreciative, right? And that is where the magic starts to happen. Okay, let me show you this card. I don't know, I'm really channeling here, so you see this? You have the power. You have the energy. You can do whatever it is that you're wanting. The only thing that's going to get in the way is you. All right. Now let's get into the tarot and see what this is about. All right, let's start with just traditional tarot deck. Well, we have the Lovers on the bottom side. So Gemini's card, Major Arcana. The Lovers used to be called the Choice card. Jeez. And it still is. I mean, it's called the Lovers now. But here's the thing with the Lovers. It can be about, maybe this is about love for you. Maybe this is about allowing your heart to open up a bit and be willing to, maybe let someone in. It doesn't have to be, though. This is the energy of being vulnerable. They're both naked here. They're both naked. They're connected. And it's like, the sun, the gods above are watching down on over. So this may be a choice, again, that you're making. It's followed by the Emperor, Aries card. So 2 Major Arcana. Taking the control back, Sag. Leading your life the way you want to. Powerhouse here. The Emperor is like, no joke, right? This is that energy of, I know what I want. I'm going to receive what I want. I'm not going to change anything along the way because I know that I have the power to be able to bring that towards me. So followed by the 8 of Wands. I feel like something might be changing quite quickly for you. Fast forward movement. And then we have the 3 of Pentacles, which is collaboration. Okay. So, I haven't said anything about what this is about because I don't really truly know, Sag. But if this is your reading, you're going to know what it is about if it pertains and resonates to you. This could be about your career. It could be about love. I mean, it could be about your family. It could be, again, though, the energy they're giving to me is really kind of feeling like more you and the connection between yourself. And it's almost like my guides are coming through to say, do you know what you're capable of? Can you see what you're capable of? Because we can. That's the energy I'm getting through this message for you. Okay, so let's continue. Wow, this almost all fell out. It didn't come completely out, but it's the 6 of Pentacles. Again, equalness, balance, having enough to take care of yourself, having enough to take care of others if you so wish. It's that beautiful energy of, I got to find another new word for balance or alignment because that's what it is. The world is on the bottom. Completion. A cycle closing out. A new one beginning. But I'm going to put this back because Don't know if it was me being klutzy or if it was actually my guides wanting that card. If it is, I'm sure it'll come back out. All right, Spirit, sorry about that. What is the message for Sag? Let's continue here. What is the message for Sag? For those Sages that this is their reading. Okay, something flipped out here. We got the Seven of Swords with the Hierophant. Oh, interesting. And the Five of Wands on the bottom. A few different ways here, Sag, because let's start with the Five of Wands. It's you, it's Aries and Leo as far as the fire signs. This is about battle. This is about battle, arguing, conflict. Could be between you, with you and another person. It can be with you and yourself, right? Just struggling here. Maybe a little bit too much that you've gone through that it's hard for you to be lighter. It's hard for you to maybe see things on the positive level, right? Because we have that Five of Wands. The two cards that came out are the Seven of Swords with the Hierophant. What I'm receiving, Sag, with the Seven of Swords here and the Hierophant coming out, another major arcana, by the way, it's Taurus's card. What I'm receiving here is that don't sell yourself short. Seven of Swords, and again, I don't always get this, but you know, it isn't a way to read it, and I'm feeling it that way. Seven of Swords can be someone else trying to steal from you, trying to take something from you. But it also can be like you almost, it can be when we sabotage our own self and we're unaware of it, you know? Like things are not ever going to get better. Oh my God, like is anything going to change? Am I always going to be in this lower vibrational? Am I always going to have to deal with pain after pain after pain? And we all probably do it at some point, right? And the reason I'm saying I feel that I'm reading it that way, because he's looking back at the Hierophant, and the Hierophant represents wisdom, tradition, knowledge, deep, deep knowledge. And so what I'm feeling here is that it's almost like the Hierophant is, this is what they're giving me. It's almost like the Hierophant is saying, no, bullshit, like bullshit. You got to stop doing this. Let me show it to you. You got to not be, you got to change the way you're thinking. You got to dig into that beautiful toolbox and pull out your wisdom and know that you can change things. You can fix things. Let's continue. Because I do feel this is representing inner battle. For the majority of you. I do. Inner battle. Can be with someone else, okay? Take it as it resonates. Take it if it fits. But this is the energy they're giving me. Okay, Spirit, thank you. What else for Sagittarius? Just got to scratch my eyebrow here. Okay. What else for Sagittarius? Please, would you like Saggy to know? What is the rest of the message? Shoot, did something fly out? Flip over? Felt like something did. Nope. Okay. Two of Swords where I stop. Again, this is that I don't know which way to go. It's a decision. We had that fork in the road. And I will keep shuffling until something comes out, Sag. If you're new here, okay? Justice, wow. And the Tower. Okay. Two of Swords, wow. The Moon. Give me one sec. Five of Wands. Okay. So Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck goes to the Moon, Pisces card. These are things that are hidden. This can be worry, it can be stress, it can be because you can't quite see things. The Moon represents what we can't see. Also our emotions though, right? Because this is Pisces card, it is about water as well. Not seeing what's coming, Sag. So you don't know what choice to make. But then the Tower comes in. You know, and this is quite significant in this reading it's feeling, because the Tower is coming in if, how can I put this? I almost feel like if you don't, of all of love and light here, this reading is love and light, but it's almost like, the Tower's coming in, even if it's just emotionally, right? Coming in to shake things up. That's what I want to say. To shake things up. You know, yes, and this deck is quite, you know, looks quite scary or whatever. But the Tower isn't necessarily scary. It is necessary. Sometimes we need to be shook up in order for us to shift our thinking, to shift what we're focusing on. You know, I used to say this, and it reminded me to give it again. I used to say this in some of my readings. I don't think I've said it for a long time. But if you think about manifesting, everything that you think about, everything you say to yourself, that you say to others, all day, you are actually manifesting. Your words are spells. You know, the words you speak are spells. And so what you're putting your energy on, that is manifesting. Eventually it's manifesting. What you're saying, what you're thinking, all of that, if that were to show up at your doorstep tomorrow, what would you want on your doorstep, right? Because, and I'm not making light of this, because in truth, it eventually will show up at our doorstep. It eventually will show up in our life where we're gonna have to deal with what we've been manifesting, or we get to embrace what we've been manifesting. So I'll leave that with you there. We have the Justice card is Libra's card. So, you know, we got 3 major arcana out of 4. So that's a pretty big thing. Justice is all about that scale balancing. The sword of truth, speaking your truth, recognizing your truth, seeing your truth. And the balance, you know, the scales balancing out. But again, Sag, I feel you're the emperor here in this reading as it showed up, where it's like, what do you want? What do you want? And it's up to you to make that happen. These 2 cards, or all 4 of these cards are definitely saying that. Okay, let me go into my Light Seers deck and see if there's anything else that Spirit has for you. We all have free will. That's the thing, right? We all have free will. And some of you may not like this reading, and that's absolutely okay. For those of you that you're resonating with this, you understand what Spirit is coming through to say to you. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands on the bottom. This is your energy again, as well as Aries and Leo. Aces are that seed of a new beginning. The Wands is the action. It's the passion. It's your creativity. It's what lights you up. It's what brings the zing and the zang into our world, right? It's, you know, it's that remarkable excitement. You have a seed here that can be planted, and with that, it can grow into great, great things. It can lead you to go after what you want. The Knight of Swords, air energy, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, running towards what you now do want. 2 of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Doesn't have to be romantic here, but this is also, it can be you and yourself, right? Coming together and creating the magic, letting the magic come into your life. It can also be for some of you, again, if this is about love for you, lightening up and, you know, allowing yourself to open up to love. Even if you're in a relationship, maybe that's got to shift, right? So that there's more harmony in it. And I want to see one more. 3 of Cups, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups. Celebration, joy, and having fun and happiness. That lightening up energy after a time of indecision. Okay. All right, Spirit, I gotcha. Well, what else do you have for Sag, for those that this is their reading? Okay. Well, that didn't take very long. Wow. Got the High Priestess on the bottom, another card of Pisces. Maybe some of you have placements in Pisces. Doesn't have to be. Maybe some of you have Pisces around you. The High Priestess, Sag, is number 2. Again, 2s are that choice. Can I shift my energy? Can I shift the way I think, or can I not? Do I want to, or do I not want to? You know, and again, listening to your intuition and trusting that. So what do we have? We have the Chariot. Wow, major arcana. The Moon, another major arcana. Second time the Moon is showing up. The King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. Wow. What I feel here, Sag, like the Chariot is Cancer's card, and the Chariot represents being in the driver's seat. It is number 7, okay? So, being in the driver's seat, getting back in the driver's seat maybe for some, and saying, okay, I'm not happy in my life right now. I actually am just not really, I need to make some changes. And that's why they gave me that image of the toolbox. I feel so strongly. Toolbox means you can fix things. That you have the capability of fixing things. You also have the capability of building things. Thank you, Spirit. So the Chariot is feeling like that. It's like getting back on that Chariot and going, okay, I may not know where I'm going completely, but I've got a great sense on the direction I want to head in. And where's it heading? Well, the Moon, okay? So you don't know what's going to be behind the moon, what's going to be revealed with the moon. But it feels really good because we've got the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles. So again, King of Cups, I read that as Cancer, could be Pisces, Scorpio. But the King of Cups is saying you're going to get to this place, Sag, where you feel emotionally balanced. You feel emotionally able to go with the flow. Not so high, not so low. Just beautifully stable. Beautifully stable. And your heart flows with love. Followed by the King of Pentacles, which is our money, our things that we can taste, touch, our stability, the number 4. King of Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And this is the energy of getting to the place where emotionally and physically, and I would feel spiritually, balanced. Balanced, safe, secure, having more than enough, being very grounded, and with that brings joy and happiness. So I feel like the silver is really saying to Spirit, Spirit is really saying here, because that is number 27, as I said, which is a 9. If you're having hard days and you're having a hard time, you know, maybe getting out of a funk, however big, however small, Sag, please try to change that. Just please try, even if it takes even a day, like just see how it makes you feel. To wake up in the morning and be like, hey, I'm thankful that I woke up in the morning, I took a breath. I'm thankful that I can go to the washroom, you know. I'm thankful that I can wash my hands. I'm thankful for the water I've drank. Just try it and just see how that will shift your mind. Again, it's not always going to happen every single day. We have life and life throws us things, right? But just try it, because I feel like that is what Spirit is saying here. And I would feel like, I feel with all the destiny cards, all of that, you know, the blessing, the blessed cards, what else did we have? Can't remember. It was number 4, higher power, I think it might have been. I really feel like this is a time for you to trust and lean in to you and lean into what you believe and what you believe in. And allow the changes to come. This is a very uplifting reading. If it makes sense to you, I feel you have the possibility here of really getting to where you want to go. Don't feel like they're giving me much more here, which is interesting. You know, I notice when I do these readings, sometimes they're very, very specific with the messages. Sometimes they're very vast. This feels vast because I think it's gonna mean something different for each and every one of you. Now, I can try and look at this from a different point of view here. For some of you, this could even be a marriage or some commitment with a Hierophant that went wrong, and it may be really taxing on you, and it's time for you to take some action to shift not only your mind, maybe even physicality things. Justice showing up, saying it will balance out, and then all of this down here, just confirming that everything's going to work out for you, is what I'm getting here. All right, Spirit, let's go. What's under here? Okay. Page of Swords. Yeah, Page of Swords. So pages are the beginners, but also the Page of Swords is opportunities, offers, can be a message coming in, can even be like someone offering you something. Okay, but look at all those balloons. They're light bulbs, but they're balloons. A lot of things coming in. Got the Hierophant once again. And the Two of Swords once again. And the Lovers once again. It's just confirmation when we get double cards showing up. Double, triple, depending on how many decks I use. Okay, so Spirit, is that where you want me to leave it? I think that's where they want me to leave it here. Okay. So Sag, this is the message for whenever you come to it. You and only you have the power. Well, you and your angels, your guides, God, source, who and what you believe in. But ultimately here on this planet, you're the one that has the power to take what you can and do what you want with it. I feel like this is Spirit's way of really kind of going, okay, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's get on a different path. So that balance and love and flow, I keep hearing that word flow, can come into your life. Okay. Wow. All right, Sag, this is where we're going to close your reading up. I'm going to get you a Treasures from Takashi. I feel drawn to that deck today. And if you are selling something, you're selling a house or something, know that it's working out for you. It will work out for you. And it feels like there would be quite a substantial amount of financial reward, financial payout, whatever it is for you. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have creativity. Let me read it for you, and then we'll see what wants to come out. Sorry, I'm just hearing people. Anyways, you are the creator of your universe. Sag, I mean, shit, I cannot make this up. I cannot believe. I thought it was going to be something, I don't know. I don't know what I thought it was about, but okay. Nevertheless, let me read it. You are the creator of your universe. You can create, in brackets, it says manifest, anything. Do not limit what you think you can do. You can do anything. Oh my gosh, thank you, Spirit. What confirmation for me as a reader, as a channeler, that this is the vibe that I was receiving. Without judgments, you can lovingly acknowledge what you create, which will open the flow of greater creations. I just said the word flow because I kept hearing them say flow, flow, going with flow. Be open to new ideas. Let your artistic expression flow. Allow your inspiration to guide you to new heights. Okay, and some of you, this might be something to do with your creativity. Maybe some of you are painters or writers or builders, you know. Again, I did say the renovation thing. Whatever would be creative for you. But again, the message is clear here. You are the creator of your universe. I'm going to put it back. Let's see what comes out. Wow. I absolutely adore my guides, and I absolutely love it when I sometimes might kind of think, oh, geez, is this, like, am I getting this all? And then they confirm for me that, yep, this is the message. So thank you. All right, Spirit, is there any final message for Sagittarius? For those that this is their reading, gorgeous Sagittarius. Oh, I keep getting itchy. Any final message for Sagittarius? Okay, that one just flew. Ooh, that one just flew out. Sag, we have delight on the bottom, and the card that flew out is humor. Humor. That goes with the first card that flew out as well. The lighten up. Lighten up. It says, see the funny side of life. Laugh at yourself. Laughter is love. Learn your life's lessons with laughter, and you'll travel your path with a light and happy heart. Release melancholy, heaviness, and usher practicality in favor of some good, clean fun and laughter. Enjoy a good time with friends, and let your spirit soar. All right? So, double confirmation. Humor. And I mean, you know, truly, laughter is one of the best medicines for all of us, right? Think about any time where you've laughed your head off so hard, where your belly hurts. Didn't you feel great after that? What a great release. So again, just another message from Spirit. And then finally we have delight on the bottom. Let's see what this is about. Enchantment occurs when you least expect it. Open yourself to the charm of the world and tingle with delight. Have no expectations, and life is captivatingly beautiful. Look in the mirror and give yourself the gift of delight as you see who you truly are. Okay, beautiful. Saggy, this is where we're going to close your reading for today off. I thank you so much for being here. I thank you for supporting me, for all of the love that you send me. I send it back to you tenfold. I hope this helped you in whatever way that this might have resonated with you, if it did resonate. I love you. Stay strong, stay focused, lighten up, have some fun, and allow things to change for you. Okay? Mwah. Big hugs. I love you, and we'll see you next time, I hope. All right? I hope to see you back here. See you later, Sag.